Morning, Ram.
Good morning. Good to hear your voice, and
Yeah.
back from your travels.
Oh, yeah. Trip is really tiring. Vacation is vacation is work. Yeah. How are
Yeah,
you? You had a car accident. I didn't know that.
yeah. This happened. What is it? 9 days ago. Today is Tuesday. Sunday before last. So I was driving on a highway. It was traffic was complete standstill. My car was stopped, and someone behind me didn't notice it, and then just slammed into my car. Just I got
Oh,
rear-ended, and I was it jolted me, and suddenly. Other than that, I was fine. My back was a little stiff for a couple of days. And poor thing, there's a 26-year-old young lady in the back of in the other car. Obviously, she got distracted, and I felt really, really, really bad for her. I don't know how she was feeling taking this whole thing. I called her that evening to make sure everything is okay with her, and she's doing okay. I just told her these things happen, and I just, you know.
you, you're chaplain to her.
Right, exactly. When you hear she's younger than my daughter, so I just wanted to uh, know that what she did is it's okay. It's okay, not be too hard on herself.
I bet that's meaningful for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. So I was thinking about you with the all the challenges in the air travel and
Ah,
TSA and what your
yeah.
experience was like, right?
Yeah. It was, I took advantage of we trip with my wife's mom. She is 85,
Mm, mm.
so we requested wheelchair assistant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we were able to go a little bit earlier, but actually watching ICE agent at the
Mm.
airport it's really stressful.
It's very stressful. Yeah,
It is
yeah,
very stressful.
yeah. Mm.
Other than that, there's a lot of work travel.
What part of Florida were you in?
Do you know Destin?
No, I do not know
That's a
Dustin.
panhandler. Do you know Pensacola?
Yeah, I know. I heard of Pensacola. Never been there. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Pensacola is my favorite. I go every year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, sometimes twice. So Destin is about 1 hour from Pensacola. So
Mm.
we were staying there for my son, and it was a fun time.
Beautiful.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a
You
long
know,
time
always
ago. Yeah, yeah.
always grieving when I go to vacation, when I'm leaving the place where I stayed, I feel like grieving. Oh, I don't want to live. I already fell in love with my rented house. Anyway, how was your
Mm,
CPE experience? I read your reflection. It looks like
yeah.
you played your role really well.
I did my best. I mean, the few things I learned. I mean, I'm glad you asked us after the class um, about facilitation and how do I ask a question in a way people don't just take it as a question, but something for them to do some inner exploration. So I'm not expecting an answer. So I struggled with that. Right,
Mm,
right. I'm not interested. I just wanted to help them to go deeper or to think in other ways than what they are thinking. And obviously there's some work I need to put in to get to that.
yeah, yeah. Noticed you did really well. Yeah.
Yeah. And that
Uh,
was what my objective was. Another one I was thinking is, I know Joseph comes at and I appreciated Joseph coming in and substituting for you. And I didn't know how much continuity he had about individuals' growth path in the class, in the program, right?
mm-hmm.
And that aspect was different in a sense, but it showed clearly. But yeah.
So, what do you learn about you,
Yeah,
and how will you do if you have
yeah,
that opportunity?
yeah. I think there's a few things that came out for me when I was writing the reflection. is one is, I was thinking the SCT approach, right? How can me as a facilitator join them and yet give them, I struggle this with what, is it a suggestion or is it coaching or is it providing a friendly feedback? So each one of them have its own mental orientation and the felt sensation of these terms. And how am I going to tell them? Because some of them in the first unit, because I experienced some of it myself, anytime it comes as a feedback, there's a defensiveness that forms in people. Okay, so I was maybe a little too sensitive about not wanting them to be defensive, so I didn't go far enough in giving the feedback. So I felt like, I felt in my own mind, how do I say it without trying to make them defensive? So I felt like in a sense of incompleteness within me. Right? It's almost like giving a feedback to my children when they were 10, 5, 10, 11, and then trying to give them feedback when they're 25, 30.
It's a
Right?
different, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's something to explore for me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I noticed that you're very encouraging each peer
Yeah.
and helping
Yeah.
them to see. That's great. Yeah.
That's all I'm trying. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it
Yeah.
works with so even when I was working, one of the most powerful book that had influence on me in the late 90s is a book called Good to Great: How Do Good Companies Become Great Companies. The book was published in 96 or 95, 97, something like that. And the author of the book, Jim Collins, was my executive coach when I was working through the circle. So he classifies 5 levels of leadership in terms of, and if he focuses on the 5th level, what is called leading with humility. And he redefines the word leading completely. So it's not an authority. It is managing is not leading. Holding people accountable is not leading. He goes through different constructs, and he gives the case studies of about maybe 5 or 10 companies who have done very, 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 very well as a business. And also those companies have a least amount of employee turnover. Very few people leave the company. Okay. And you never hear about those CEOs. Nobody knows about them. It's not like the CEOs who are already in the media and the press and the TV and all this stuff. These people are completely obscure.
Mm.
Right, and the people in the company literally revere them about their style and why they're motivated not to look for a job anywhere else, why they enjoy what they're doing and all that stuff. And that always worked for me in the terms of, I was in late 20s, early 30s, late 30s, early 40s at the time. Jim Collins did a fantastic job coaching me and guiding me through my early years at that level. So always thought about how do you really give a feedback and appreciate while showing a deepest appreciation.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And I brought that thinking when we were doing the empowerment dynamic TED model, right? How does a coach work with a person motivated as a creator? If there's one thing you can bring a coach if you're playing a victim, it becomes more easily, right? But if you're trying to if they're motivated to become a creator, what is the coaching opportunity there?
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Anyway, these are all kind of loose threads in my head.
Loose threads. Keep thinking about it. Yeah, that's good. Good process. Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Coaching, leading, facilitating is it's opportunity.
Yeah, and mentoring is another phrase. You can bring that in. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
have one question for the major question for this call. So I'm still not zoomed in on what I should be thinking about for my 2B project presentation. A few things that I can offer. Wanted
Mm.
to know if what your thoughts are first.
Mm. I don't know. I, there are so many things
Yeah,
you can you can focus on. Are you still making a decision going to BCC or not? You're still thinking that?
yeah. I'm still thinking that. I'm certainly there's a process side I need to work on. They say it'll take 6 months to 1 year to go through that MDiv equivalent process. It's pretty laborious and long.
Okay.
Um, the I think the two areas I was thinking is around project-wise. One is the uh, cultivating a learned behavior, the methodology for cultivating a learned behavior as one
Hmm.
project, and really show some elements of behavioral health. What role self-understanding from a behavioral health standpoint it
Okay.
contributes to that. That's one project I can talk about mostly. And the second project is something along the line purely on behavioral health and mindfulness. How do we bring chaplaincy largely from mindfulness and behavioral health perspective?
Mm.
Okay. One is more like a learning system about inward looking. Another one is more about understanding and kind of external aspect to it.
Mm. I think both either way will be good. And it's
Yeah.
something the more practical for the group.
I think the first one may be more useful and
Okay.
practical
Yeah.
from the growth standpoint is as chaplains, the CPE program offers a lot. And these are, it's not like purely tools, but it's a learned behavior. It's really the transformation is what I want to emphasize on, and how does transformation happen, and what is the potential process, at least how I see the transformation happening, and what did I discover about behavioral health and its role in this transformation process.
Mm.
That
Yeah,
may
I
be
think,
useful. That may be useful to the group.
yeah, something, even level one students can learn something.
Correct. That's what I'm looking
Yeah,
for. Yeah.
that's more meaningful.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, I was thinking about these two topics and trying to see which one. And I've been spending, obviously, you inspired me in the last unit. And the last 4 months, I've been taking a lot of courses on behavioral health and try to understand deeply. And it's, this is a kind of learning where I'm doing it for my own benefit before even I can show it to anyone else, right?
Yeah.
But one
Yeah.
thing I noticed was as I was writing reflections, how much my language changed in what I'm writing. The lens of behavioral
Oh.
health
Mm.
completely altered the way I am taking notes and I'm documenting my verbs and my quality of framing is becoming one of the most recent book are mostly done and studying this topic is the Dick Schwartz No Bad Parts, right? The internal
Mm.
family system.
Mm.
That's really beautiful concept.
Mm. You like it?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Right. I went through some of that and I took some courses on that as well. So it's allowing, I think that's what I want to share about when we are caring for people in
Mm-hmm.
one of my premises is in the jail, particularly, or even otherwise, Pew Research shows over 30% of people and growing number are identifying as nuns, which is no faith, NONES, which means no faith or atheistic or non-theistic. They have a different ways and they're open to everything or open to nothing, right? They have all these And when we go from a spiritual support standpoint, all of these tools are additional frameworks with which we can look at that group.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's, I felt like in the jail, particularly people in the 19 to 25 age group, they really haven't thought about religion or spirituality at all.
Mm, mm.
So all they know is their grandmother went to church, and one of the days they went to church with them. That's about it.
Yeah. I'm thinking about a book right now. Don't worry, I'm not
No,
gonna
no,
ask
no,
you.
no, no.
Okay, because you're saying about generation. I read it. Mm, maybe this is it. Because you mentioned about 20s young people never thought about, something. I think this is it. Yep, this is. I didn't read the entire, but I read a couple sections. I'm gonna share the screen. Maybe it will help you to add or tweak and finalize your. This is book title
Mm,
Generations
mm, mm,
by
mm.
Jean Twinge, PhD. She talks about different generations. There's silent, baby boomer, Gen X, millennial. We always talk about Gen Z, and Alpha and Polar born. So now we are dealing with it mostly here, Gen Z. So she goes to their culture, their population, what happened in history, and she goes really detailed. It helps their attitude or their tendency, and it's good informative books if you want to add more. You mute, Ram.
One of my daughters is born in 93, another daughter in 97. So I observe them, their friendships. There is
Yeah,
there different differences between themselves and their friends, right?
yeah, yeah.
And one thing there are some telling differences about most significant thing my wife had noticed is how relaxed they are about their careers. They don't take it as such a big deal.
Hmm. So
They
you go
yeah.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
So such a big difference what you said. You were a baby boomer, right?
I'm a baby boomer. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
different than anyone else.
For us, career is a lifeline, right? In a sense, our identity is heavily shaped by our career,
Yeah. Hopefully
right?
this
And
book will help you. Yeah.
yeah, and the newer generation, it is not important part of their identity. They have even if there is a word I am yet to find out, lesser than transactional.
Lesser than transactional. Yeah, wow. That's so sad. Yeah.
And that is a challenge in many companies right now, particularly in the tech industry where I'm familiar with. There's very, very high turnover. People are leaving the jobs very, very quickly.
Yeah.
They
Now generation. Yeah. If they don't like it, they leave.
leave,
Ah,
right? And you need to understand and allow that experience, not really find fault with them. And how do you really motivate them if you're an employer, right? It takes an entirely different set of a mindset to keep them stimulated and challenged and give them a sense of belonging and a sense of accomplishment, both. Unless you
mm,
contribute to all these things, just
mm.
saying, I need this job to be done, your job is to do it, is not going to cut it.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. And now AI generation. Yeah. We
And
never know.
that's exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Well, good
Anyway,
news. Anyway, it's I don't know if every generation felt about it, about the future, their next generations, but it's our turn to experience it, not knowing what unfolds. And one simple way to look at it is, um, I quote this data with a fair amount of conviction. 80% of jobs today in the West, particularly in America, did not exist 30 years ago.
hmm, hmm, that's something. Wow. So we're living in a new generation with a new
Yeah,
jobs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because 30, 40 years ago, the banks and others employed a large number of people, ledgers, books, this and that. All those jobs went away.
Mm,
But the total number of jobs kept going up. Manufacturing companies are employing a fraction of the people they were employing in the 50s and 60s. But the total number of jobs is higher than then.
mm. I think it'll be interesting you bringing up that story with spiritual care,
Yeah,
generation spiritual care, whatever,
okay,
with
that's really
you.
what that's where my heart is. When I saw the number 30% and growing, and I see in the jail the lot of people coming from a really challenging family circumstances. Their first crime is between juvenile hall, which I don't know, very rarely go to, or it's 19 to 25.
That's
And
so sad.
how do you understand behavioral aspect of it before you even think about introducing
Yeah.
God to them?
I don't know.
That's what it'll be a good discussion. Hopefully, we'll see. I'll
Yeah.
cover that next week. Yeah,
Maybe God knows.
yeah,
You,
yeah.
you, so you sent me paper that you want a presentation next week, right? This
Yeah,
coming
this week I'm doing the verbatim. Yeah, yeah.
verbatim.
I just
Okay.
sent you. I just sent you a paper I wrote about the hope and gratitude from different perspective.
Oh, I thought, yeah, okay. Hold on one second. I didn't really, thank God I didn't really yet. So I thought, oh, shoot, did we make any presentation about
No,
this
no,
one?
no, no, no.
Anyway, no.
I just FYI, no action. I just wrote
Okay.
that paper just to show. I was thinking about there are some. Hope is a pretty interesting word, but and there is not many people. If you don't have a deep sense of faith, it's hard to be hopeful. That's
Mm.
what
Did
I.
did you write it?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna
I
read
wrote,
it tonight.
I wrote the paper. And in Buddhism, we don't deal about use the word hope because it's a future state, and we miss out on being at the present moment if you're concerned or if you're hopeful, whatever. And we have something, it's called wise aspiration or wise intention,
Hmm.
right? And I try to connect between hope and wise intention, how they both can be grounded on gratitude. So if you put
Okay.
your energy into gratitude than to hope, let hope is something that arises, not you seek,
I
right?
see. I see.
Gratitude is where you bring your energy to. And when you do it authentically, hope automatically arises. That's pretty much what my thoughts were.
Thank you. I'll read it tonight and okay. I'll enjoy
I have
reading.
I have to send you my verbatim, which I haven't done that because I wrote the verbatim yesterday and early this morning about an inmate I saw yesterday. It's a I started writing about someone else last on Saturday, and I suddenly ran into one incredible visit. I want to talk about that in my verbatim today. It'll
Sounds
be
good.
more useful for me. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I will wait for the verbatim. Can you send it
Yeah.
by Wednesday night?
Yeah, by I'll do it by tomorrow morning, latest. Okay.
Okay.
That's
That
good. Yeah.
sounds great. So now we have almost done. I know I haven't checked your ACP tracking. It used to be state computer allowed me to log into reading some trackings. All of a sudden they banned everything. There's
Mm.
nothing I can access. Only Zoom is okay. But I'm gonna read some of your ACP. Are you okay with tracking everything?
Yeah. So far so good. Yeah, I've done everything.
Good. This is okay.
I see.
Oh, hi. Well, this is interesting. Okay, how can
Is
I
is
do
it
that?
is this Logitech? What brand is that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's I bought a very cheap one, not Logitech.
I see. I see.
I don't know how to change. Okay,
That's
anyway.
it. Okay, that's good. And what else? I was going to have one other question. So I see that the April, I mean, going a little bit ahead, we don't have a class on April 30th, right? So basically, April 23rd is the last class.
Yeah, yeah, that is right. Yeah.
So is that the last date to fill in the indicator tracking?
Uh, Early is better because I need to write your evaluation.
So even
So,
before April 3rd. Okay. Yeah, I think I have pretty much, I covered all of them at least 2 times. Okay. I just want to make sure at least I touch on all the indicators twice, if not more. So
yeah.
I'm just looking at where are the areas if I need to focus on in the first two,
Mm.
3 weeks of April. I'll just
Yeah,
take it.
officially, your graduation is due date, but if you can do early, all is fine.
Yeah, that's good.
I have a
Okay.
six students,
That's a
and
lot.
it's been
That's
a
a
lot
lot.
of, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
six
You
is a
need
lot.
you need a robot sitting next to you.
No, this time I'll do less. I
Yeah, yeah,
usually do
yeah.
a lot and eight, nine
Correct.
pages. This is Ram. Don't expect me writing a lot
No,
this
no,
time.
no,
I'm gonna
no, no,
write
no,
them.
no. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been very meaningful for me so far. This is one of my thoughts, which I'll cover on it, is one is the process of CPE is amazing for me.
Mm,
The action reflection, new action approach, having this individual supervision, having a group environment. And at least for the next 12 to 18 months, I want to continue doing this in some capacity for the behavioral health topics. So
mm,
I'm at the very early stage of understanding and using them effectively. Okay. I have a long way to go in terms of making it as my what is like a 2B level, right? Just make
mm,
it part. I'm not there. I want to not lose the momentum of particularly a little bit of last unit and most of this unit. And I'm learning through the courses and other aspects, which is great. But I need to complement that with the CPE like process, writing reflections and trying to look for areas where I can do some self improvement and that kind of stuff. Yeah,
I'm sure you can do it. Yeah, I'm
and
sure.
that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, yeah.
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 And I'm sure we can ask you anytime, come back and teach us. So
No,
whenever
I will absolutely be delighted to support whatever way I can, but certainly, uh, yeah, I don't want to call. I have certain. This is the way your mind wanders off into regret about. Wow, how did I not learn about all of this when I was in my 40s or 20s or 30s?
yeah, right,
Right, mind
right,
goes
yeah,
off.
yeah,
But then it is what it is. I'm happy to have had this opportunity.
yeah.
Yeah.
All the books you're reading, they wrote in 2030. What in the world they write a book like that? Same thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know. By the way, how was your conference?
Oh yeah, conference was great. Conference was great. In fact, I've been going to this conference last 3, 4 years. 4 years. This is the fourth year, and you have about 2,500 people there. They all love every aspect of nature, from regeneration of the land to racism and indigenous wisdom, to activism, to reclaiming the land. There's so many projects, so many people are coming at nature from so many different facets, and just to be in the room is so inspiring. I get like a
Mm,
goosebumps entire time I was there. And there was a lot
mm.
of tears, a lot of happiness. There was sadness and tears, both of the tears of joy, tears of sadness. It was very meaningful. It's a great, great, great conference. You almost feel like everybody participates there with their heart. It's not like a
Mm.
technical conference of cerebral activity.
So who runs the program?
It's a husband and wife team. Pioneers is the name of the conference. I sent you the link to that conference, and when I
Yeah, I
sent
saw
it.
that. So the totals. What is about it?
Yeah, it's about. Yeah, you can look at the agenda and the topics there, and it's a husband and wife. They've been doing it for 35 years, something like that. They started this almost 37, 38 years ago. They've been carrying on with this, and it's amazing. Yeah,
So it's not religious, any related to religious.
it's
Okay.
all about every aspect of. You can think about nature and think about as many aspects to nature as possible, including spiritual. There's a Buddhist teacher in the local Buddhist college. He hosted a session in Berkeley.
Oh, okay.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Did you join their class?
Yeah. There's spiritual aspects to that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, we're all coming at it in so many different angles, yet all meaningful. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
Mhm.
Good to hear that you enjoyed your conference.
Yeah. It was an ultimate form of self-care for me, just to be in that audience.
Yeah. Take care. Take care of your back pain and your
Yeah.
body.
It's the same week. On Sunday, I had this accident. On Thursday evening, right after the class, when Reverend Joseph finished the class at 4:30, I left home right after the class and went straight to Berkeley. I attended some session that evening. The sessions are till 8:30 in the evening, and then I followed
Oh
up
my.
all day Friday, all day
Oh my.
Saturday.
Oh my. Oh my.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
It was beautiful. Oh, it's too much.
Yeah.
Well, okay. It's
All
beautiful
right.
then beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Take
Good.
care of yourself.
Like yourself. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Okay. I will
Okay.
see you on Thursday.
Okay. Anything else, Ron?
That's pretty much what I have right now. Everything is good. Everything is good.
Thank you for your time. And then I will see you Thursday.
Yeah.
And Skip will not be here, so we have a small group this Thursday.
I see. But other four will be there, right? In a sense.
The four will be there.
So maybe one ask is maybe can I get about full hour for my verbatim because I want to
Sure.
talk
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay, if I can, that'll be useful. Okay, sounds good.
All right.